That shit say rappers Bloodhound Q50 robbed. What the fuck? And they saying I'm police. Look at this. That's what that say. Rappers Bloodhound Q50 robbed, and we're finna watch it and be able to see it. And you're saying I'm police, dweeb.
About robbing the very people who called him family. In the streets of Milwaukee and Miami, Bloodhound Q50 wasn't chasing fame. He was chasing chains. From backdooring his closest friends to setting up rappers under the guise of a feature. This is the twisted story of how one man turned betrayal into a reputation.
Yep. Get dangerous. Damn, Q50 saying nah. The hell?
But here's the crazy part. Every single person he robbed, he had gained their trust first. These weren't random street robberies. These were calculated betrayals that would eventually spark a war on Chicago streets.
That's even worse. Robbing niggas actually cool.
Hey, this is what he did on the cover.
By the end of this video, you'll see how Q50's chain snatching spree came full circle when karma finally caught up to him in the most brutal way possible.
Damn,
so buckle up, because this story
too.
has more twists than a Netflix series. And trust me, you won't see the ending coming. Before we dive into the madness, let me paint you the real picture of who Bloodhound Q50 actually is, straight from his own mouth.
Well, let's start at the very beginning. So, you were originally born in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
What part?
I'm from OVs.
Okay. But then you end up moving to Gary, Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
Like at what age?
I don't know. It was like I was back and forth. Like my grandma had a crib, which I call my mama. She had a crib out there, and shit, my whole family was like in Iraq. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I go out there, come to school out here, and then like it's like back and forth, like however I feel, I guess, wherever I feel like going at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now your mom had you when she was really young.
Yeah.
Like how old was she?
My mama, like my biological mama, she was like 16, 17.
Okay, so she was still in high school.
Exactly.
So this wasn't your typical two-parent household story. Q50 was bouncing between Chicago and Gary, being raised primarily by his grandmother while his teenage mother tried to figure out her own life.
Your dad, you didn't meet him until a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was that situation about?
I met him, it was like any other person meeting their parent, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like the little cries and shit like that. Then like later on it get back to how it was before. Like that shit ain't really getting nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't keep his word. But, you know, that's regular shit though.
Well, you were 11 years old when you first met your dad?
I think I was probably like 13, like 12, 13. I don't know, probably 11 though. I don't remember the exact age. I ain't gonna lie, but it was around that time though. You about right.
And his father completely absent. Q50 didn't even meet the man until he was around 11 to 13 years old. As he put it, I don't think I was probably like 13, like 12, 13. I don't know, probably 11 though. But here's where Q50's story gets interesting. Despite the family instability, he had one passion that kept him focused.
Damn, that's an ugly ass nigga.
You go into school, and initially you were really into basketball.
Nigga look like chicken folks.
I mean, were you like one of the best kids in the school?
I ain't really never get to play school ball because I was always like getting suspended and shit like that. My grades fucked up, behavior fucked up. So like school team, it was over with for that. But I played AU and shit. But hey, I was right here.
The suspensions weren't for small things either. In 6th grade, Q50 got expelled for one of the wildest incidents you'll ever hear.
Go to school, and in 6th grade, you ended up getting expelled.
Expelled?
And it was kind of a crazy situation.
Yeah. You say that again?
Explain it. Explain what happened.
Oh, shit. I took a BB gun from like one of the kids in my neighborhood type shit. Took it to school. I'm showing it off in school and shit. Now it's time to go home. It was a little female I ain't liking shit. I ended up popping her ass with the gun.
What
and then
the
like
hell?
she told on me, but she did it slick as hell. Like she told at the point where I won't see her again, you know what I'm saying? So like yeah, that's what happened then shit. that when I told my mama, like, man, they told me I had a BB gun, but I'm playing slow. Now she ended up finding like the job bullets in the garbage can. So like she knew I was lying. I'm trying to tell her they lying on me, you know what I'm saying? But then she ended up finding the job little green pellet bullets. And then that's how she knew like it was some truth to it. But that was probably one of the best years of my life. I got expelled and got to stay home and play the game. That shit was fun as hell. And then on top of that, I already passed school, so it's like shit, I'm going to the next grade regardless. So shit, I just gave a nigga an early summer break.
Think about that. 6th grade, and he's already bringing weapons to school and shooting other students.
Are you planning on going to college or doing anything else at this point, or?
No, hell no. I ain't gonna lie, since 6th grade, I knew I wasn't going to college.
Since 6th grade?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, I know that shit over with. Cause what the fuck I'm gonna go to college for? You know what I'm saying?
Since 6th grade, he knew that. Chat, please like the video and sub up because you don't want to be motherfucking shooting niggas at 6th grade. Hopefully you wasn't one of those niggas. If you wasn't one of those niggas, like and sub up right now. I'll give you time. Please like and sub up because I know you wasn't one of those niggas. If you was one of those niggas, then just leave a comment and tell me why you was one of those niggas. Like, why?
What is I'm good at in college, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you know, I just told you how school went, so it's like, I ain't really get to learn shit for real, so it's like, at this point, I'm gonna be relearning school shit. If I go to college, that shit's gonna be goofy. I'm wasting, you know what I'm saying, wasting time.
By the time he was thinking about his future, college was never an option. Since 6th grade, I knew I wasn't going to college, he said. What the fuck I'm gonna go to college for? What is I good at in college?
17. Okay, yeah. 17 years old, high school graduate. Like, what was your plan in terms of making money at that point?
It's like I had my little ways of making money while I was in school, so it's like I ain't do shit but continue to keep doing that and just going harder type shit.
When Q50 graduated high school at just 17 years old, he already had his mind made up. I had my little ways of making money while I was in school, so I ain't do shit but continue to keep doing that and just go harder. Those little ways of making money would eventually evolve into something much darker. But here's what makes Q50's story different than every other drill rapper. He didn't start robbing enemies or ops. He started robbing the people closest to him. And it all started with his own home.
What the fuck?
Victim number 1, Trap City Carter. Meet Trap City Carter.
He
trusted Q50 and Lil Jeff like family.
I didn't write at all.
That mistake cost him his chain and eventually his life.
Fuck used to hang with them. They know what they did.
So okay.
They know what they did.
So okay, the Bloodhounds. Y'all was cool.
Everybody that got a
that was my homies.
But first, let me set the scene. According to Trap City Rob, the whole war started over something that seemed almost petty now.
On the chain, bro. We tried like he took it. He stole my own chain.
Was that South J or some shit?
Nah, brother. One of the other guys. This one of the other.
When asked who actually got robbed, Rob explained.
This one of the other. This other one. I was letting him wear the J. He come back like he got into a high speed with 12. Line saying he lost it.
Now here's where it gets interesting. When Carter realized his chain was gone, Jeff came back with this.
We gotta just stop wearing fucking people jewelry. Why are we wearing people jewelry, folks?
Elaborate story.
And then we do all this to make it look like we did it. I mean, don't got it no more. We lost it.
Story.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how motherfucker broke their little shit. You know motherfuckers fucking with them, you know?
Yeah.
That was my dog.
Rob's response to this excuse shows how ridiculous it was. This wasn't just some random beef, as Rob explained their close relationship.
It was my dog. Like, that's my crowd. Like, we every day, no, that's for them, like, type shit. I was locked in, so I ain't.
Little boy's weird.
Rob made it clear how personal this betrayal was.
Little boy's weird. They got confused, man.
But you know what's going on?
Shit together, bro.
Gotta ride with the block. It's my block.
Damn.
When asked about when this happened, Rob revealed.
Around what year was that? How long ago that was?
Like 2 years ago.
Damn.
So Rob made it clear this wasn't about violence initially, but about pure disrespect.
It was never really no real bloodshed. It was just about some Jake.
Some little change. That's what they mad about. That's why they try to confuse the internet. That's what they really mad about. You know?
Later in the interview, Rob emphasized how deep this betrayal cut.
Sam.
Them was my homies, nigga. Like, we was locked in on my dead brother. Turn snake, play style. Yeah, that's all.
This wasn't just a robbery, it was a complete violation of trust. Carter had let his brothers wear his chain, and they straight up stole it and lied about it. What started as some little change would eventually escalate into a full war. But Carter in Trap City wasn't gonna let this slide. He started trolling Q50 and the Bloodhounds every chance he got, even going as far as mocking Lil Jeff's death at the spot where he was killed. Carter thought he was untouchable, laughing and joking about the situation. He had no idea that his trolling would seal his fate. The same day that interview came out on YouTube, Carter was found shot multiple times in Chicago's Oakland neighborhood. According to Chicago news reports, a 32-year-old man was shot and killed Saturday night in Oakland neighborhood. Officers responded to a shooting near 38th and Ellis and found the victim with multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. 2 gunmen got into a white vehicle and fled the scene. That victim was Chevelle Carter, the same man who had been trolling the Bloodhounds just hours earlier. As Rob said in the interview, that's what they really mad about, a stolen chain that started a war and ended with Carter's death. Coincidence? In Chicago, there are no coincidences. Victim number 2, TMC Bretto.
What the fuck? This nigga is a menace. Why do we got victims? Hold on. Stand my back so I can last low when you down. Ain't nobody gonna put your back on your feet. The ones that's with me when I get them M's gonna stay with me. The baby gorilla but built like the top dog. Oh my God, we bully bullies? Oh my God. We bully bullies. Not one I bought, free 99 the cost. This shit back to back set his own self up because he tried to be gang. Oh my God. And it's blood on the jewelry. What the fuck is wrong with niggas? What the fuck?
But Carter was just a beginner. Q50 had developed a taste for this, and his next victim shows just how calculated these robberies really were. TMC Bretto, a guy from 6300 who desperately wanted to be part of the Bloodhound circle. According to Street Talks, Bretto kept trying to hang around Q50 and Jeff, always wanting to kick it, always wanting to prove he belonged. Q50 and Jeff saw right through him. In their eyes, Bretto was what they called a goofy, trying too hard to fit in, someone who could easily be exploited. And exploit him, they did. One day, Bretto hit up Q50 asking if he could buy some lean, specifically what the streets call a line of green, which is a cheaper version of the expensive purple stuff.
I don't know why you trying to go buy lean from these fucking thugs anyway. These is thugs. You trying to go buy something from them? How you think they getting the shit to sell to people? I'm not buying nothing from y'all, bro.
All that don't know what a line of green is.
From y'all, my boy Bob. But you would never know. W Bob. Go Bob in the building, man. Shout out Bob. Appreciate the raid, big bro. How you feeling? How you living? I see you was on that war zone. That shit was taking up too much of my space. I had to delete that stuff. I gotta download it back though. We gotta catch some dubs. Me and Mir was catching dubs, Brody. How you feeling? How you living though over there, gang? I know you rich as shit. I heard you talking about you in the suburbs, living life with your Central Air. Central Air rich nigga trying to get like Bob. I'm like, oh shit, Central Air rich nigga. Just motherfucking bless me.
It's pretty much like a
bless
little
me. Get me in the suburbs. Like I'm trying to be like Snoop.
Q50 saw an opportunity. Yeah, come through. We got you.
W Bob.
Bretto showed up thinking this was just a normal transaction between friends. According to reports, he even brought his girlfriend along. and was wearing 2 expensive watches. What happened next shows you exactly who Q50 really is. Instead of selling Bretto to lean, Q50 and Jeff jumped him. They pistol whipped both Bretto and his girlfriend, taking not just his money, but his expensive watches too. The most disturbing part, they went live on Instagram immediately after, laughing about what they had just done.
These niggas is menaces. These niggas is menaces. I ain't gonna lie, it's expensive out there. I don't know how you doing it. That's what I'm saying. You rich, it's expensive out there. I be complaining about what I'm spending. I'm like, shit. But then when I be looking at these expensive spots, like, god damn, I won't even get nothing with what I'm spending right now. Oh my god. Where you plan on moving though? Where you plan on, what you looking at? What you been looking at?
That's them right here. Ooh, I see have none of this shit. What a person is. Man, we exposing this nigga, cuz his ass is fucking. We got an AP already, Spoon. I'm having away in Chicago, Illinois. We got another road. Hey man, get them people their shit back. Like, fuck them niggas. They should never been trying to kick it down the line of green. Fucking corn man. That's it.
Fucking poor man.
His whole hustle career. Everything he worked hard for is his house lost out.
$10 to cost your whole hustle career. No, this nigga is a menace. These are menaces. Oh my god.
In the documents, you can hear them talking about the robbery like it was a joke. As one witness noted, there was blood on the watch, so clearly I'm sure he probably didn't just give it up willingly. He probably tried to fight, but he was probably outnumbered.
This is
Q50
crazy.
and Jeff didn't just rob their friend. They humiliated him publicly. According to the breakdown, they're willingly getting online, admitting to doing X, Y, and Z.
Nigga said, wear your jewelry while you're trying to procure a single lot of green from a gentleman such as Little Jeff isn't very smart. No, for real. No, that isn't smart. I'm not gonna get no items. I don't care if it was shoes, drugs, clothes, cell phones. Nothing I'm getting from a nigga named Bloodhound, Little Jeff, Bloodhound, Q50, Bloodhound. Like, why am I getting anything from people who's a hound of blood? Why would I would stay far away from niggas who hound blood. That's just me. I'm not a vampire myself. Why do usually in the shit I see, the vampires be winning. If I'm not the vampire win. If the vampire against the wolf, they most of the time win. I'm not the vampire. They must be vampires. I'ma stay away. They're gonna win. Plain and simple.
Z, showing that they done took it, saying how they took it. The Chicago streets were watching.
$10.
And as one commentator put it, backdooring is at an all-time high. You got no wins against backdooring because the people you thought you was cool with, those are the ones doing it. This wasn't just another robbery. This was Q50 perfecting the system, identifying someone who trusts you, setting up a meeting under false pretenses, and then strike when their guard is completely down. But he was just getting started. Victim number 3, Big Champ. Now, if you thought the previous robberies were cold, wait until you hear about what Q50 did to Big Champ. Big Champ wasn't just some random guy trying to hang around. This was deeper. According to multiple sources, Champ was connected to O-Block through his cousin Big A, and he had developed what seemed like a genuine friendship with Q50. They were constantly together. Champ was in Q50's vlogs, they hung out regularly, and Q50 even put Champ in his music video for Ben Ben. From the outside, it looked like genuine brotherhood. As one breakdown noted, Big Champ would want to kick it with Q50 thinking he was a chill guy and has changed his ways after blowing up in the music industry. But little did he know, he was going to get done like TMC Bretto. Champ loved his jewelry.
How do we tell him,
AP watch, expensive chains. This dude was getting money and wasn't shy about showing it off. And he felt comfortable wearing it around Q50 because in his mind, they were brothers. The setup was perfect. Just another regular day hanging out until it wasn't. According to the reports, Q50 then robbed somebody trying to take him. Called Big Champ. He went live with his jewelry. Next thing you know, Q50 pops up on Instagram Live wearing Champ's exact chain and AP watch. But here's the crazy part. He's not even trying to hide it. But listen to Q50's own words about their relationship.
I don't even play with me. I'm on dick, I'm on Champ. You know that. Come on, Champ. That's me we talking about. I'm on dick, the same.
Q50 described their first meeting.
I'm on dick, I'm on first time seeing your bitch ass, meeting your bitch ass. You sat with me for an hour and talked about all type of goofy shit that I didn't want to ask, nigga. I don't even want to talk about that shit.
But here's where Q50 reveals his true mindset.
Nigga, on my dick, he been thought I was gonna take his lame ass. I just wasn't on that. On my dick, I had real love for bros. I protected his bitch ass. Anytime he came around me, I made sure he was good, nigga.
Think about that. Q50 is admitting that Champ was afraid he would rob him. But Q50 protected him because he thought he had real love for him. But then Q50 shows off what he took.
Hey, this shit never got ugly though. That's around my neck. Hey, look, I die about my respect. Bitch ass nigga, come die about it then.
Q50 even admits to helping Champ financially before robbing him.
Yeah, come out the girl and we was shooting dice. You forgot I had to give your bitch ass some money. Talking about all this honey shit you could keep. Hey, on my dick, on Dino when it.
And then the most cold-hearted part. Q50 telling them to just buy another chain.
First grade, that's exactly what he gonna do. Go buy another one. If you can, you po ass nigga. You forgot I know you. Your ass hurting. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Q50 reveals how harmless he saw Champ.
Hey, your ass harmless. Since I knew you. My dick, come on. My first time coming around, you want me to show you. You wanted to show me this and that. Like, what the fuck that was gonna make me stop? What that was gonna stop, nigga? I ain't look at you no type of way except for a fucking lane.
The jewelry was identical. Same chain, same watch. There was no question about what had happened. As one witness noted, if you go on his Instagram, you could also see the same jewelry on his page that Q50 had on in the video. So it's not hard to put two and two together. Even O-Block's E-Dog had to distance himself from Champ after this. According to the documents, E-Dog posted that O-Block members don't get robbed and basically disowned Champ, making it clear he wasn't really representing the block. Champ was completely humiliated. As reported, since this incident happened, Big Champ has turned off his comments on all his posts. The man who once rapped about protecting his respect had been publicly embarrassed by someone he considered family. This wasn't just robbery anymore. This was psychological warfare. Q50 wasn't just taking jewelry. He was destroying reputations and exposing people as vulnerable. And he was loving every minute of it. Victim number 4, Moolah Mitch.
And keep going.
By now, Q50's reputation was spreading beyond Chicago. But instead of staying home and laying low, he decided to take his chain snatching operation on the road.
Miami?
Now here's where the story gets really disturbing. Before Q50
it was already disturbing, sir. We still going.
In Miami, he was literally praying for opportunities to rob people. This wasn't random street crime anymore. This was premeditated, predatory behavior. Moolah Mitch, a Miami-based rapper who was trying to make connections in the industry, when he heard that Q50, this buzzing Chicago artist, was in town and open to collaborations, he saw an opportunity. According to reports, they set up a studio session. This seemed like a legitimate business opportunity. 2 rappers from different cities connecting over music. But Q50 had other plans. After the incident, Q50 went live bragging about what happened. When asked about when he got the chain, Q50 responded, "When you got that one right there?" Like 30 minutes ago, bro.
When you got that one right there?
What that was, like 30 minutes ago?
Moolah Mitch wasn't gonna take this lying down. According to D's Media Breakdown, at the end of the day, bro, the best thing to do in an instance like this, me personally, if you got a lot to lose, just go cop some new jewelry and let it be a life lesson. But there was also criticism for Mitch's decision making. The part that I felt like dude messed up was, you don't know Q50 from a can of paint, and you heard everything online about him and his guys being robbers and taking stuff from people, and you think it's a good idea to link up with this dude. But here's where Q50 messed up. Miami isn't Chicago. According to sources on the ground, I got messages from dude in Miami. His exact words was, "I got a bag on his head, bro." The message was clear. Q50 had robbed the wrong person in the wrong city. As D's Media explained, These dudes that Q50 took that from is some major players, bro. Them dudes got bags and bags and bags. Them dudes is really getting money, bro. The warning came swift and direct. Please believe it. If y'all ever come back to Miami or anywhere in Florida, please believe it. Any BH dudes come to Florida, I guarantee you it's not gonna go well for you. By this point, Q50's chain snatching tour was becoming legendary for all the wrong reasons. As one commentator noted, it seemed like this man Q50 is on a chain snatching tour. Every city that man goes to, he trying to snatch somebody's jewelry. But Q50 thought he was untouchable. The pattern and celebrity encounters. By this point, Q50's reputation had reached the highest levels of the rap game, and it was starting to affect how major artists interacted with him. When Q50 linked up with Lil Baby, something interesting happened. Lil Baby, who's known for wearing millions in jewelry, kept his chain game very minimal around Q50. Coincidence?
No.
I don't think so. But the most telling moment came when Q50 took a picture with Trippie Redd. In the photo, you see Q50's eyes locked directly on Trippie's chain. The image went viral with people joking that Trippie better watch his jewelry. Word was spreading in the industry. Artists were being warned about Q50. Don't wear your good chains around that dude became the unofficial rule when dealing with him. But instead of seeing this as a warning sign, Q50 seemed to embrace the reputation. He was getting off on the fear he was creating. The power trip was intoxicating. His social media posts became more brazen, more hints about taking jewelry, more references to his victims, more evidence that he was completely addicted to this lifestyle. Q50 thought he had the perfect system. Get close to people, gain their trust, then strike when they least expected it. He thought he was untouchable. But in the streets, what goes around comes around. And Q50's karma was about to come calling in the most brutal way possible. Everything Q50 had built was about to come crashing down, and it happened in the most ironic way possible. There was a guy from ESD, a Chicago game, Rose, who had been watching Q50's chain snatching spree with interest. This wasn't someone Q50 had befriended or gained the trust of. This was someone who saw an opportunity and decided to give Q50 a taste of his own medicine. Unlike Q50's calculated betrayals, this was gonna be straight up street justice. No friendship, no trust building, just pure street politics. I don't even know. What game? The ESD member struck, and just like Q50 had done to all his victims, he immediately posted the evidence on social media. Q50's expensive watch was now on someone else's wrist.
So I got snatched and came back home from flow. He want me to chill like, yeah, I know you get wild, but you too want to go take OG.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The text messages between Q50 and the guy who robbed him were leaked, and they tell a story that's both hilarious and karma-filled. Q50, and they tell us.
Send them when I wake up and pop out, bump y'all. So they did the blood. They did what y'all did with them one niggas. Okay.
A story that's both hilarious and karma-filled.
Okay.
Q50, the same guy who had trolled all his victims and never showed remorse, was now begging for his property back. The messages showed a completely different side of him. Vulnerable, angry, desperate. Instead of taking the L and moving on like he expected his victims to do, Q50 decided he was gonna get his watch back by force. He pulled up to the ESD member's block, probably thinking his reputation would be enough to get his property returned.
What?
But the streets don't care about your reputation when you come to their territory uninvited. Q50's car got lit up, bullet holes everywhere. He had to flee the scene, leaving his watch behind and nearly losing his life in the process.
What the fuck?
The same man who had built his reputation by robbing people who trusted him was now running for his life because someone had robbed him using the exact same tactics he perfected. So there you have it, the complete story of Bloodhound Q50's chain snatching spree and how karma finally caught up to him. Carter, who trusted him like a brother, dead. Bretto, who just wanted to fit in, robbed and humiliated. Big Champ, who treated him like family, betrayed and embarrassed. Moolah Mitch, who thought they were doing business, set up and robbed. And Q50, he's still making music, still trying to maintain his reputation. But now he knows what it feels like to be on the other side of the robbery game. The crazy part is that Q50 built his entire reputation on betraying trust. He didn't just rob people. He systematically identified individuals who would trust him, befriended them, and then violated that trust in the most public way possible. This story isn't just about one rapper's crime spree. It's about a culture where loyalty has become worthless, where friendship is just an opportunity to get close enough to strike, and where the very people who should have your back are the ones who most likely to stab you. In the streets, your reputation is everything. Q50 built his on betrayal, and in the end, that same reputation made him a target for someone else.
And we know all this, and they didn't do nothing. They ain't. All right, never mind.